this doesn't have to do with money. Remember I said this isn't about money. Watch this one. This one's actually reversed. It's like this. Back. Not back. Okay. If you've ever gone up and down in your weight, it's not because you want to be thin, it's because you don't want to be fat. And once you're not fat, you hit not fat, you lose your money. That's when you're really good on the diet, you lose all the weight, and then you go, oh, I lost 2 stone, I'm not fat anymore. Woohoo! Let's celebrate. Go eat some cheesecake. Yeah, sounds familiar, right? And it just goes up and down and up and down. By the way, I'm not making fun of anybody here. I'm just pointing it out. You want to see stick? Let me show you a pattern I've lived in my life. Watch this one. This pattern I lived for years. This was mine. Alone. Not alone. Okay. So my whole motivation to be in a relationship was because I didn't want to not be alone. So I used to find girlfriends based on the whole premise that I didn't want to be alone. So what happened is, like I'd be alone and I didn't like it. And then I'd find me someone. Because I didn't like being alone. It just wasn't. And I wasn't. Now I got a girlfriend. Okay, woo! I'm all excited. But as soon as I get the girlfriend, I'd dump her. She'd turn into another. She'd go crazy on me. I'd have to get rid of her because I didn't really want her. I just didn't want to be alone. But then I go right back down to alone. I would like it. And I get one. And here's what happened. I would have the girlfriend, and then I would think that that's a great thing. So I'd sit there, and I go, well, I got a new girlfriend. But I dump her. I run this cycle all the time. I'd be alone, I'd be not alone, I'd be alone, I'd be not alone. I would just do that consistently. And I didn't care who I got in a relationship with. I'd get into it knowing right away it wasn't going to last. I get moved. Not a healthy way to have relationships. Now, by the way, you want to know where I'm at right now? I'm alone. But I'm okay with it, okay? Like, I'm not going to rush into a full-on committed relationship here until I know that's the one, right? So maybe, huh? So now, I don't want to focus on being alone. So I have to focus on something else. So, let's see, we got alone, then not alone. Well, I'm not going to put married because that's just weird. Okay, I admit I'm a bit of a work in progress on this one still. So I said like happily involved. You can ask my mom and dad on this, by the way. It's so funny. It got to a point in my life where, you usually call up your mom and dad and you go, hey, I met someone, and they're like, oh, tell me about it. Who are they living? This is how it used to be. I call my mom and I go, hey, I got a girlfriend. They go, yeah, that's nice. So how would work for it? They're just like, well, we're not even going to get excited for this one because we know it's not going to last. So here's the thing. Now, focusing on this, by the way, I still screw up my relationships, but it's for a completely different reason than this. I've taken my problems to a whole new level now. But anyway, so I'm working up a sweat over here. All right, do you get the idea though? All right, so here's the deal. This all has to do with pleasure versus pain. And wanting things because you want them versus not wanting, or wanting them because you don't want to not have them. And I understand that some schools of motivation teach you that you need to link up as much pain as you possibly can to the worst case scenario, so you find yourself moving away from it. But I'm here to say that maybe there's another option. Maybe instead we should focus solely on what we want. Now the question then surfaces is, why do some people move toward what they want? Why do some people move away from what they don't want? That's a fair question. Here's why that happens. The only reason you can be moving away from what you don't want is because you've had it happen in the past, you've linked up pain to it, and you haven't resolved it. So the only way you know you don't want to be alone is because you've been alone, you linked up pain to it, and you haven't resolved it. The only way you know you don't want to be broke is if you've been broke, and you've linked up pain to it, and you haven't resolved it. The only way you know you don't want to be unhealthy is because you've been unhealthy, you've linked up pain to it, and you haven't resolved it. So let's talk about that. Here's the thing. There are 4 elements in your past, and these 4 things will determine whether or not you're moving toward what you want versus away from what you don't want. Right? Here's how it happens. So here are the 4 things in your past. Number 1, first thing in your past are your events. By the way, these are completely irretrievable. You cannot get them, get over it, they're gone. Okay? The actual event itself is gone, you'll never get it back. Okay? Even with quantum technology right now, and someday we'll probably invent some quantum time machine that will allow us to jump through a wormhole and go back in time. But even then, you're not going to go back to that event. You're going to go back in time to another event in another dimension which has similar representations to it. That event is gone. Okay? The second thing that we have are our perceptions, which, by the way, we call our memories, which mean the safe to the actual what? Okay? Yeah. So we think that what we're remembering is the event, but we're not. We're actually remembering a perception of the event. And even then, that word is inaccurate. You know what I should call that word? I shouldn't even call it perceptions. I should call it the misperception. Because that's really what it is. In fact, according to esteemed psychologist Ernest Rossi, he states that every time you remember an event, you change the event. Because you read the leaf, you read the story, and you regeneralize. I'll give you a great example of how you know this is true. Have you ever had this time where you go back home, maybe it's the holidays, and you're sitting there and you're reminiscing with your siblings, or your mom or your dad, or even friends, and you're reminiscing about something that happened years and years and years ago, and the facts are totally different for both of you? Right? And you're looking at your brother or your sister and you're going, what crack are you smoking? That's not how it happened. And they're looking at you going, what are you smoking? That is exactly how it happened. You're like, no, it didn't happen like that. It happened like this. Right? And you're going through this, and I got news for you, you're both on crack. It never happened that way. There's always 3 sides to every story, by the way. There's your side, their side, and then the truth. And that's pretty much the event, and it's irretrievable. Now, having said that, even though the perceptions are fake, they're false, they're not real, they're distorted, deleted, and generalized, it doesn't take any of the realism away. In other words, I get that your perception of the past may be very painful. I get that. I get that what you think happened in your past still feels so real, it's not worth discussing whether it did or didn't happen. That's true. I get that. Third thing we have are the lessons in our life. The lessons that we need to learn from that event. I believe it was Abraham Lincoln who once said that those who refuse to learn from their past are doomed to repeat it. Wise words. I've certainly experienced that in my life. Like I've had things happen and I've never learned the lesson from it, and I just repeated it over and over and over again. So we have the lessons to learn from the event, and then we have the emotions. The emotions that we attach to the perceptions of the things we use for the actual event. Now, out of those 4, by the way, obviously, which one is the most intense? Yeah, the emotions. The emotions are the most intense. They're also probably the most irrelevant. What's the most relevant? What's the most important out of those 4? Not the perception. The lesson. Because your perceptions are wrong anyway, so get over it. Right? Your perceptions are immaterial. I get that they seem very real, but they're not real. It's the lessons that you get from your misperceptions. That's the key. If your emotions are more intense than the lessons, you may have a hard time letting go of the actual